In the heart of a vast and lush forest, where the trees stretched high into the sky and the air was thick with the scent of wildflowers, the animals gathered. It was a special day, a day of warmth and joy, when the forest came alive with laughter and play. The sun had just risen, casting golden beams through the canopy, creating dappled patterns on the forest floor. Birds sang in a chorus, and the gentle breeze whispered through the leaves, as if nature itself was joining in the celebration. By the riverbank, a family of elephants stood. The older elephants, wise and gentle, waded into the cool water, their massive bodies creating small ripples. A mother elephant, her skin a deep gray, stood proudly with her baby beside her. The baby elephant, small and curious, splashed in the shallows, trumpeting with delight as droplets of water flew in every direction. "Be careful, little one," the mother elephant murmured softly, her voice like a rumbling lullaby. "The river can be playful today." The baby elephant raised its trunk and tried to mimic its mother's graceful movements, though it mostly ended up in a big, playful splash. The whole family watched with fondness, their trunks intertwined as they gently nudged one another, enjoying the simple joy of being together. Not far from the river, in a shaded clearing, a tiger family played in the soft grass. The father, with his bold stripes and keen eyes, lay lazily under a large tree, while the mother and her cubs tumbled around. The little tigers, still small but growing strong, pounced on their mother's tail, chasing it with gleaming eyes full of mischief. The mother tiger would occasionally pause, letting her cubs climb all over her, then would spring up with a sudden burst of energy, sending the cubs scattering in all directions. She then called to them with a low, rumbling growl that was almost playful, and they came running back, eager for more. "You're getting faster," she purred, as one of her cubs managed to land a tiny but victorious leap onto her back. The cubs mewed happily, their tiny paws patting the ground in excitement, while the father tiger chuckled softly from his resting place. Meanwhile, near the edge of the forest where the trees gave way to the wide savanna, a lion family rested beneath the shade of a large acacia tree. The father lion, with his golden mane like a crown of sunlight, lay stretched out lazily, his massive paws tucked beneath his chest. His lionesses sat nearby, their gazes scanning the horizon, but their minds were at ease on this peaceful day. The lion cubs, however, were full of energy. They bounded around their parents, their tiny claws kicking up dust as they chased each other in circles. One of the cubs, with her soft golden fur and playful eyes, tried to leap onto her father's back, but he gave her a gentle nudge with his paw, causing her to tumble into the grass with a surprised giggle. "Not yet, little one," the father lion chuckled, his deep voice soft but warm. "You have much to learn before you can ride with me." The cubs rolled in the grass, tumbling over one another, occasionally looking up to the older lions for guidance. The mother lioness smiled fondly at her playful young ones, her eyes soft with affection as she stretched out her long legs and basked in the warmth of the sun. In a nearby meadow, the giraffes were towering above the others. Their long necks swayed gracefully as they browsed on the tender leaves of tall trees. The young giraffes, still growing, tried to reach the highest branches, their long legs wobbling as they stood on their tiptoes, stretching their necks as far as they could. "Here, let me show you," said a mother giraffe, bending her neck to help her calf. Her soft eyes watched the baby carefully as it nibbled on the leaves, still clumsy but determined. The baby giraffe's long legs took a few unsteady steps, and then, with a burst of excitement, it reached up and nibbled on a leaf from a tree. "I did it," it seemed to say, its soft voice a joyful chirp. The mother giraffe let out a soft, satisfied hum, nuzzling her calf with her long neck. "You're becoming such a strong one," the mother giraffe cooed, nudging her baby lovingly. As the day drifted on, the forest became a symphony of laughter and joy. The animals reveled in the pure happiness of spending time with their young, teaching them, playing with them, and sharing the deep bond of family. The sun began to set, casting a warm golden light across the land. The elephants gathered together, the tigers curled up near the trees, the lions rested beneath the acacia, and the giraffes stood tall, watching over the whole of the peaceful, thriving forest. And in that moment, as night slowly crept across the sky, the forest felt complete. a place where families of all shapes and sizes, from the tallest giraffes to the tiniest tiger cubs, could bask in the love and warmth of each other. It was a day like no other, filled with joy, laughter, and the tender touch of family. A reminder that no matter how wild the world might be, the love between parents and their young was the greatest adventure of all.